It was supposed to be a peaceful Saturday evening. Emily, a 17-year-old high school senior, loved taking walks in the forest that stretched behind her small American town of Millersville. The path wound through old oak trees and pines, and for her it was a sanctuary, a place to think, breathe, and escape the noise of teenage life. But that night, as the sun dipped below the horizon, she felt something was different. The forest seemed heavier, darker, as if it was holding its breath. She adjusted her backpack, pulled her hoodie tighter, and walked a little faster. Emily wasn't entirely alone. 2 young men, Jake and Ryan, had noticed her earlier in town. They were troublemakers. Both had dropped out of school. Both had reputations for drinking and fights. That evening they had been wandering near the gas station when Emily passed by. Something about her innocence sparked their cruelty. They decided to follow. At first, Emily thought the crunching behind her was just deer or raccoons. But when she heard laughter, low, mocking, she knew it was human. She froze. "Hey, girl," a voice called. Jake's voice. "Where you headed all alone?" Ryan added. Emily's heart raced. She didn't answer. Instead, she gripped her phone inside her pocket, silently praying for a signal. The 2 figures stepped out from the shadows. Their faces carried smug smiles. "This forest gets real lonely," Jake said, his tone menacing. "Yeah," Ryan continued, "you shouldn't be out here by yourself. Dangerous things happen." Emily took a slow step back. Fear gripped her, but she remembered something her father always told her. Fear can paralyze you, but courage will set you free. She made a decision. "I don't want any trouble," she said firmly. "Please, let me go." The men laughed. "Trouble? You're already in it," Jake sneered. Emily's eyes darted around. Then she remembered. Near the creek there was an old ranger's cabin, sometimes still used by forest patrol. If she could reach it, maybe she could call for help. Suddenly, Emily bolted. She ran faster than she ever had in her life, the sound of branches snapping under her feet. Behind her, Jake and Ryan cursed and gave chase. The forest turned into a blur. Emily's lungs burned, but adrenaline pushed her forward. She leapt over roots, ducked under branches, praying her legs wouldn't fail. The cabin came into view, small, wooden, with a single light bulb glowing on the porch. Emily's heart soared with hope. She dashed inside, slammed the door shut, and locked it. Inside, dust filled the air. An old radio sat on the table. She grabbed it, trembling, and twisted the knob. Static. Then, a voice. "Ranger station, who's on the line?" "This is Emily," she cried. "2 men are chasing me in the forest. Please, I need help." The ranger's voice turned sharp. "Stay calm, Emily. We've got your location. Sheriff's deputies are on the way. Stay where you are and lock the doors." Outside, fists pounded on the cabin door. Jake's voice roared. "Open up. You can't hide forever." Emily backed away, clutching the heavy flashlight she found on a shelf. She refused to break down. Minutes felt like hours. Then, faintly, she heard sirens. Red and blue lights cut through the trees. Sheriff Daniels and 2 deputies stormed the clearing, guns drawn. Jake and Ryan tried to run but were tackled to the ground. Handcuffs clicked. Justice arrived. Emily stepped out of the cabin, shaking but safe. The sheriff placed a hand on her shoulder. "You did the right thing, Emily. You stayed strong. Because of you, these men won't hurt anyone else." Tears welled in her eyes, not just of fear, but of relief. She realized something powerful. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. In the days that followed, the town praised Emily for her bravery. At school, teachers and friends looked at her with new respect. Her parents hugged her tighter than ever before. Jake and Ryan faced serious charges: attempted kidnapping, harassment, and trespassing. Their arrogance vanished the moment they stood before the judge. As for Emily, the forest eventually felt safe again. She returned to her walks, but this time she walked with her head higher, her steps stronger. She wasn't just the girl who survived. She was the girl who refused to let fear or cruelty win. And deep inside, she carried a message for anyone who heard her story. No matter how dark the woods, no matter how terrifying the night, courage and goodness will always lead you back into the light.